Hello, this is Teacher Maya for Math Tutorial, and this lesson is for the grade 8 learners. Today's topic is factoring the difference of two terms. So mag-review muna tayo. We have perfect square numbers. So ano ba itong mga perfect square numbers? So let's multiply. We have 1 by 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 by 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, and so on. So, itong mga numbers na to ay kukuhanan natin ng mga product. So, anong product ng 1 by 1? It is, of course, 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 by 9 is 81. 10 by 10 is 100. Ngayon, itong mga sagot ay mga numbers na tinatawag na perfect square. Bakit sila perfect square? Kasi ito ay mga square ng mga numbers. Halimbawa, ang 1. Ano ba yung number na tinimes natin kaya nakuha ang 1? It is 1. 4 is 2 times 2. So, ibig sabihin, ang square root ng mga numbers na ito ay yung number na minultiply by itself. So, halimbawa, si 1. Ang square root niya is 1. Ang 4 naman is 2. 3 is the square root of 9. 16 is 4. 25, square root is 5. 36 is 6. 49 is 7. 64 is 8. 81 is 9. And 100 is 10. Naintindihan? So, ngayon, i-review rin natin ang product of the sum and difference of two terms. So, when we say product, of course, ang operation is multiplication. Sum is addition, difference is subtraction of two terms. So, dalawang terms yan na inad at minus. So, we have x plus y multiplied by x minus y. So, magkapareho ang mga terms, pero magkaiba ang sign between the terms. So, in multiplying this, ay gagamitin natin ang FOIL method. So, F stands for the first terms. So, ano ba yung mga first terms dito? We have x and x. So, x times x is x squared. Then, after that, multiply the outer terms. So, mga outer terms are x and negative y. So, we have negative xy. Then, I is for the inner terms. So, y multiplied by x is xy. Then, L is for the last terms. So, ang last terms natin dito ay y and negative y. So, ang product niyan is negative y squared. Then, after multiplying, combine similar terms. So, ano ba yung mga similar terms dito? We have negative xy and positive xy. So, since pareho yung terms, kaya lang hindi pareho yung sign, kakancel na lang natin to. So, ang matitira na lang is x squared minus y squared. So, ibig sabihin, if we are going to multiply the sum and difference of two terms, the answer or the product is x squared minus y squared. Now, let us proceed to our lesson, which is factoring the difference of two squares. So, we have the difference of x squared and y squared. So, to get the factors of these two squares, we have the square root of the first term plus the square root of the second term. Then, just copy this. Palitan lang yung sign between the terms. Okay? So, the factors of x squared minus y squared is equal to x plus y multiplied by x minus y. And for our first example, we have x squared minus 35y squared. So, what is the square root of x squared? It is x. Then, the square root of 25y squared is 5y. So, we have x plus 5y. Then, copy this. Just change the sign between the terms. So, we have now x plus 5y and x minus 5y. Next example is 4x squared minus 49. So, the square root of 4x squared is 2x, then 49 is 7. So, 2x plus 7 and 2x minus 7 are the factors of 4x squared minus 49. Next example is x squared minus 36. So, x squared is x and 36 is 6. So, we have now x plus 6 and x minus 6. Next example, 64a squared minus 9b squared. So, 64a squared is equal to 8a. Then, the square root of 9b squared is 3b. Then, the second factor is 8a minus 3b. Our next example is x squared y squared minus 169. So, x squared y squared is equal to xy, then 169 is 13. So, xy plus 13 and xy minus 13 are the factors. Next is 121b squared minus c squared d squared. So, the square root of 121b squared is 11, then b squared is b. Then, c squared d squared is cd. And, of course, our second factor is 11b minus cd. Now, we have r squared minus 1/4. So, r squared is r, then 1/4 is 1/2. Then we have r minus 1/2. So, r plus 1/2 and r minus 1/2 are the factors of r squared minus 1/4. And for our last example, we have 81x squared minus 1. So, the square root of 81x squared is 9x and square root of 1 is 1. So, copy and change the sign between the terms. We have 9x minus 1. So, the factors now of 81x squared minus 1 are 9x plus 1 and 9x minus 1. So, again, this is Teacher Maya. And remember, if people do not believe that mathematics is simple, it is only because they do not realize how complicated life is. Thank you for watching.